If you own a Lexus and you have shifting problems, or check engine light is on and you have oxygen sensor problems, or your engine computer is not communicating at all, then you watch a right video. Keep watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to ECU Team channel. My name is Valentin, and today we'll briefly discuss about Lexus engine computer, specifically a computer that looks like this. It's not a simple engine computer, it's a computer with transmission module integrated into one unit. So I already opened it for you. I'll show you something briefly. So you have two main chipsets. This chipset is related to transmission operations, and this one controls the engine. So that's why you have one module for engine and transmission at the same time. Now, three most common problems are the following. You have a transmission problem, transmission shifting problem, oxygen sensor problem, when you have a check engine light on and you replace all those sensors, still shows you a check engine light, and third problem is a no communication, when you cannot start your vehicle and you cannot communicate with your scanner to the engine computer. So let's discuss first problem, which is a transmission shifting issues. Now, transmission shifting issues, you can definitely feel it. It's a hard shifting from first to second gear, or from second to third, or from third to fourth, and sometimes the transmission can just get stuck in one gear, and it doesn't matter what you do, just stays in one gear. If you have a problem like this, then first thing you want to do is you want to call your mechanic and ask for inspection. Your transmission has to be inspected. Most likely it's a problem with the transmission solenoids that has to be replaced. Ask your mechanic to scan your vehicle and get all the codes related to that problem and replace those solenoids. If you replace those solenoids and you still have a shifting problem, then it's a definitely problem with the engine computer, and it has to be either fixed, either replaced. Second problem is the oxygen sensor. So you replace the oxygen sensor, but it still shows you check engine light, or sometimes it happens that you replace the oxygen sensor, clear the codes, there is no check engine light, everything seems to be fine, and you drive for about 50 miles and the problem comes back again, then it's a problem with the engine computer as well. For that, I recommend you to replace all four sensors, because two sensors for the intake, two for the exhaust, and check wiring that goes from the actual harness where you connect the sensor all the way to the engine computer. Make sure your wiring is good. If you did all that, but still problem is the same, definitely you have a problem with the engine computer. And the third problem, where is no communication, you have to check 12 volts goes to the engine computer. For that, you would have to open the schematic specifically for your vehicle and find those power lines, which is 12 volts and ground, that goes to the computer. Make sure your computer is getting powered. And then if you did all that, the problem is still the same, check your data lines. Data lines is a communication line, in other words. It's a wire that goes from the OBD to the engine computer to provide the communication between your scanner and the actual computer. So once you did all that and everything seems to be fine, but still there is no communication, definitely your engine computer is bad. Probably it's even burned and not even repairable. Now, what are those options if you did all three things and you checked everything, you replaced everything, but still problem present? Then you have three options. Option number one, you can send your computer to ECU Team, so we can test this computer, because we have your vehicle built on the bench where we can literally install this computer and scan it with the factory scan tool to find the exact problem with that module and fix it. Sometimes it happens that the computer is not repairable. If that's the case, then you still have another two options. First option, let's say you have already a replacement computer with the same part number, and by the way, the part number you can find right here. The number starts with 8, this is the part number. So If it happens that you have a replacement computer that needs to be programmed, then you can send us a original engine computer along with the used one that you already have. So we can transfer the data from the original computer to the used one. So that way, once you get a used computer back, you can simply install it and without any extra programming, start the vehicle and drive. And the last option is that we can supply you with a remanufactured engine computer. That means that we build the computer from the ground up with the brand new parts, and we also cover this computer with a 1-year warranty. And we do the same thing as with the used computer. We transfer the data from the original module to the new one. So that way, once you get a new computer back, you don't have to do any extra programming because it's already programmed to your vehicle and your security system. So there are 3 options that are available on the market, and make sure you check your vehicle first before you do anything else. Make sure you check your wires, make sure you check solenoids, make sure you scan your vehicle and replace all those little things that has to be replaced before you do anything else with the computer, because probably it will cost you less and you're gonna save time. I also want you to keep in mind that if you drive a car like a Lexus, remember, it's a luxury vehicle and there is no cheap solution on the market. It's an affordable solution out there, but definitely not cheap. So don't try to be cheap thinking that if you send your computer to a company that does for one price everything, that's not gonna happen. Actually, most likely it's a scam, or when you get the computer back, it's not gonna work right. So think twice before you do the choice. Thank you so much for watching. If I help you a little bit, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and see you in the next one. Bye.